Hey there, real quick before we begin, you're about to watch a live stream, which means you're really kind of behind the scenes here because these lessons are usually watched in the archives, but you're here for the live taping of them. So if we mess up really bad, we're probably going to chop that out, but you're going to get to see all of our bloopers and mistakes. We'll also chop this off, so no one is going to see this part of the lesson but you. And because you're behind the scenes, you're probably going to ignore my instructions when I say, like, pause the video and go practice or whatever. You can if you want. It's just that everyone in the chat room then will be in different places in the video. That's fine. When you want to join us live again, go down to the bottom of the video, click on the live button, and that should take you straight to where we actually are now. So now here comes the part for everybody else. I'm really glad you're with us. The archives are fine, but my favorite is talking to you live. So see you in the chat room. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names and the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Klopple Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Yeah, okay, that's crazy fast, but that's the song we're going to be going for today. You don't have to play it that fast. But welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and this is the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what, Jamin? I don't know if I've shared this, but I really enjoy learning other languages. And I've been very into anime lately, so I've randomly started trying to learn Japanese.
Okay.
And
how's it randomly going?
Well, I'm still on the alphabet, which I have a feeling I'll be there for a while.
Is that where you start? I think like with a language. Well, I know 0 languages except for the one that I'm kind of speaking right now. But it seems like I would want to know like a word or something.
Well, yeah,
first.
I've been writing down vocab words
okay.
As I go, but I'm having a hard time leveling up in the app that I'm using without knowing how to read it.
Those teachers.
I know. Crazy.
They ruin everything. Okay. Well, let's try this thing. This is not in Japanese. This is in English, which is great unless you only speak Japanese things. Anyway, this is an E, an English E that you need to start with. And in order to find an English E on the piano, you're going to take any group of 2 black notes, like those ones or those ones. Just don't pick a group of 3 and you should be fine. Any group of 2 black notes, and you're going to pick the one that's on the right. And then you're going to drag it even more to the right. So that direction is up. So I'd go slightly higher than the highest of the group of 2 black notes. And you land on an E every single time. So even if we pick this group of 2 down here, if I take that note and drag it up, I'd land on an E. So I'm going to play that one and say, hey. Hey. Cool, we're on our way. That's actually the first thing you gotta do. Then we're gonna not play the note right next to it, but play the note that's right next to that. So we're gonna skip over one note. The note that we're skipping over happens to be called a D, but unlike Kendra's foray into Japanese, you don't have to know the letters here. Just play that note and then skip over a note, and then you're gonna be landing on that one, and you're gonna say, this time, you're gonna say, I'm. So we're gonna play the first one and say, hey, and we're gonna skip over a note and say, I'm. Cool. All right, so that's gonna come in after 4 beats. So the track that you have is gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're gonna go hey. Now, this note is hollow right here, which means that's gonna last a little bit longer than the other notes. So that one's kind of a long note. You're gonna say hey, and then wait, and then you're gonna jump right into I'm. And this one is not hollow, so this is gonna be a pretty fast note. In fact, we're gonna quickly go right back to that E for 3 more of those in a row. And we're gonna say out loud the words not giving. So we're gonna play, hey, I'm not giving. Yeah, it's pretty fast, but so far we've only got 2 notes to worry about. I think you can do it. The track's gonna go like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, I'm not giving. Yeah, okay, so with some practice, you'll be able to do that. In fact, why don't you right now, if you're in the archives, press pause on the video and practice up these, 5 notes until you feel like you've got it down. If you're live with us, just get all the notes that you can and don't worry about the ones that you missed. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Hey, I'm not giving. Yeah. Okay, cool. So then that's the first 5 notes. The next ones are going to be the note that we skipped over before. So the one that was in the middle, we're going to play that one. We're going to go a little bit lower and come right back. So we're going to play that one. It's called a D. And then we're going to go to a C and come right back to a D. And that's going to be up today, or the words for that one. So all together, that would be, hey, I'm not giving up today. Yeah. Okay, cool. So then next we're going to reuse this C and D a whole lot. The C is the word theirs. And then we're going to play 4 Ds in a row and say nothing getting. There's nothing getting. So try all of that together from theirs. There's nothing getting. Once you think you've got that, then try all of that section together. Hey, I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting. And then we're going to reuse that E that we started with back on hey when we found that one. That's the same note as we have here for in. So we're gonna play that one, and then we're gonna scooch over just a little bit and come right back, kind of like what we did before when we did up today. We did that thing, but this is gonna go the other direction, and it's gonna be a jump. So instead of playing the E and going a little bit over and come right back, we're gonna play the E and go a lot over and come right back. So, and that's gonna be these notes right here, in my way. So it's kind of the same idea as up today, but it's backwards and it's a little bit more of a jump. All of that together would sound something like this. 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Hey, I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way. Yeah, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Let's try that same thing one more time all together. Get all the notes you can, and don't worry about the ones that you miss. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Hey, I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way. Nice. Now, the next note that we have is the word and it says G, and we're probably thinking, yay, G, I've already played one of those. It's right there. I wish. In this case right here, you can see that from the G, we came down to an E. So we came down to an E. And then you can see from the E, I don't know where it's gonna land, but it sure is going down a whole lot. If we continue on the next line, we'll see it's going down, 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 down to a G. So we gotta go down, 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 down to a G. So that's the G that we're aiming for, not the higher G. So make sure you follow those orange lines to tell you whether you should go up or down to get to those notes. So land on the E at the end of that line. We're gonna go all the way down to a G. It's a big jump. We're gonna play that one, go right next door and come right back. So we're kind of doing that a lot in this song. Play the G right next door and come back, and then we're gonna play those that one with a C. So the C and the A and the G in this line, that's the entire third line. So G, A, G, 2 C's. You've already played those ones before. It was the second note of the whole song. We got, hey, that's the C that we're looking for. So, and if you knock, that's those 4 notes right there. And those are all the notes you need for the entire third line. So, and if you knock me over. That's the whole third line. And if you knock me over. All right, that's gonna take some practice, but if you play all 3 lines together with the track. Okay, fine. This will be our last time through, which means I need to first show you how line 4 goes. The line 4, real quick. Hang on, Clapple. This is a G. This is a high G. You can tell because of those lines. It's going way up to a G. So that's back up to that high G over there. We're playing that one, and that one, and that one. So like almost all the notes in a row, except when you first play that G, you're gonna skip over a note. So you're gonna play a G, skip over a note, 1 note down, and then play that E and the D. Again, you got E, D, E, D, and then 2 C's at the end of the song for again. Now, some of you looked ahead and you're like, cool, Jamin, but that's only half the song because you still have to do page 2. Good news, you've already done page 2. It's the exact same notes, different words, and it jumps right back in, so you'll have to play it twice in a row really, really fast, but you actually have no more notes to learn. It's the exact same thing, exact same rhythms. The only thing that's different is the words. So I'm gonna play all of page 1, which we just barely sneaked in there at the end, and then I'm gonna also scroll through to page 2 where I play page 2 as well, but if you don't get any of those notes, that's fine. Just notice how they're all the same. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Hey, I'm not giving up today. There's nothing getting in my way, and if you knock me over, I will get back up again. Oh, if something goes a little wrong, we'll go ahead and bring it on. Cause if you knock me over, I will get back up again. There you go. Those are all of the notes that you need for the whole entire song. You learned those incredibly quickly, and if you don't know them all, that's fine, because we get to practice more in levels 2, 3, 4, and 5. But for right now, Kendra, tell us about our weekly activity.
This week is the treble clef spelling, and if you write the names of the notes, they all spell words. Find the words and tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for an extra 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin, Clopple.
And that'll help you out a whole lot with your sight reading, and also if you're in Clopple Academy level like 2 or 3 or higher, you got to do some sight reading for your tests and stuff too, so that will help out with that. Right now, let's play a little game we like to call Higher or Lower. And the name kind of says it all. You're going to compete against Kendra. I'm going to play 2 notes for you, like maybe that one and then that one. And you have to tell me, is the second note that I played higher or lower than the first? So if I played that one and then that one, you would say lower because the second note was lower than the first note. But the trick is you'll get to see any of it. You have to do all of it just by listening. So let me try those same ones again, and this time only listen. Don't look at the screen. And maybe try to sing along. And see which one is higher and which one is lower. All right, Kendra, hop on in. She's going to be playing along with you. I'm going to play you 2 notes, and you tell me, is the second note higher or lower than the first one? Of these 2, listen carefully. Is the second one higher or lower than the first one? One more time. What do you think, Kendra?
Is it higher?
The second one is higher. Let's go ahead and see what those are. The first one was this guy right here. And the second one was this guy right here. So I went from here all the way up to there. Cool. 2 more of these. I'm going to stay low this time. Here we go. What do you think? They're both low. Is the second one higher or lower than the first low one? What do you think, Kendra?
Well, the second one sounded a little bit sinister, and I know you've talked about the really low one sounding kind of like...
Yeah, you and your fancy words. Yeah, okay.
Kind of like scarier.
Yeah, scarier.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at it. That was my first one. That was my second one. So yes, I did go from there down to there, even though they were both pretty sinister, if you ask me. Okay, here we go. One more of them. See if you can get it before Kendra does. What about this? This isn't going to be the toughest one we've done yet. Ready? Listen carefully. So high. What do you think, Kendra? Second one higher or lower than the first?
The second one is higher?
The second one is higher. Let's take a look at it. The first note, that's all right. The first note was this one right here, and then I went up just a little tiny bit to that one right there. So that was the second note. The second note was higher than the first note. That is higher, lower, which means it's now time for a little bit of mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
This week it's from Kay McKenzie, who says, Dear Jamin, who's your favorite superhero? Okay, well, actually, let's see here. Wanda is definitely the one with the most power. So if you're gonna bet on somebody, you gotta bet on either Wanda, or if we're going DC, then you gotta vote on Superman, because those 2 are going to beat everybody in the world, except for maybe Captain Marvel, but I can't really tell. She crashed right through an entire aircraft carrier, so she seems pretty strong too, but she's not around a lot of the time. So I'm going to vote on Wanda and Superman, but then like an actual, like if I could be one of them, I think I'd go with Batman, because he's just so resourceful and he's got really cool vehicles. So just so I could drive the vehicles, I probably wouldn't even fight crime. I would just drive the vehicle around on rooftops all day. And be Batman. So Batman's probably my favorite, but if I got to vote on somebody, then I'm going to bet on Superman and Wanda. All right, well, who are your favorite superheroes? Tell me, and I'll tell you a couple little secrets about our song.
Secret information.
And this week, in our top secret information folder, we got a couple of secrets about our song. One is, this thing right here. So in our song, we've got these 3 notes right here. As it turns out, these 3 notes are really super important. They're a whole lot of fun to improvise with. So if you've got a song that's in the key of C that you're supposed to improvise over, we do this a lot in Claflin Academy level, I think 2, 3 and higher, and you got to improvise in the key of C, which just means make up a song. Pretty much, if you use those 3 notes right there, G and A and C, like no matter what order you play them in or what rhythm you play, they always sound really cool. So those 3 are really important notes. Play around with that C, the A, and the G. You can make up all kinds of cool songs. Now, the second thing in our top secret folder actually uses those same notes, but I'm going to add 2 more notes to those 3 to make a total of 5 notes known as the pentatonic scale. So if we take those 3 important notes and we just add to it a D, and an E. Now we have a pentatonic scale, and this is what a whole lot of songs are made of. Just this, and this, and this, and this, and this. So if you're improvising, just using the pentatonic scale, you come up with, like, it's almost impossible to play something sounding bad if you use the pentatonic scale in the key of C. And this entire song is the pentatonic scale. You notice in this song, you'll find no B's and you'll find no F's. The entire thing is just pentatonic scales. G, A, C, D, E. G, A, C, D, E. Actually, that sounds pretty cool right there. So it's just the pentatonic scale. It's G and A and C and D and E. 5 notes that are pretty much foolproof. Like, you can't possibly mess up a song if you're using the pentatonic scale. Those are the only 2 secrets that we have for today's song, except for who won the raffle? Maybe it was you. So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.